Hello and welcome to the finals of Gatecrash draft here. And we're against some aggressive red opponent again. Let's see how we can deal with this. Well, no one drop for us. Planning out our plays, it looks like, well, we could either start with Frilled, well, we have three options. And Frilled Oculus is nice because it kind of blocks the Foundry Street Denizen, even if they play a red creature. But it does give up on some of the evolves we could get for Shambleshark. So we'll have to see what's best. The plus side here, okay, so it is a Boros deck. The plus side is that we do have a lot of defensive creatures going on here. The minus side is that we're against an aggressive Boros deck on the draw. I think I'm going to lead with Disciple of the Old Ways. Shambleshark plus Frilled Oculus on the same turn might be nice, and this way we can go Croconura into that play. And this kind of dissuades an attack because they might not get to attack with the Foundry Street Denizen, and they probably don't want to attack with Syndic of Tides either. If they do, I'll happily trade this with a trick. Spare us some early damage. Yeah, you do have to be kind of careful about how you sequence things, because you only get one shot at it. Yeah, they have some stuff, but they're missing their land drop, so that could be good for us. Alright, let's get Croconura out there first. And now we know if they attack with the Syndic, they must have... Well, they could chump attack with the Syndic, but if they attack with the Syndic without attacking with the Denizen, I'm pretty likely to block it. I don't want them sneaking in free damage that they don't really deserve. Oh, interesting. Well, they still don't really get to attack here. They could attack with these two. I'll just block that thing, no problem. They should have attacked with the Syndic. But it's easy to forget that this thing has reach, especially if you haven't played the format in a while, like most of us. Okay, it looks like Shambleshark to evolve old Crocodile Frog, and then Frilled Oculus, because we can't flash out Shambleshark otherwise. Well, we could flash it out, but we wouldn't get to evolve it. And now we're sitting back on a lot of power and toughness. And next turn we can... Ooh, that's kind of good. That's kind of annoying and scary. So they have a Flying Menace, and we only have one reach creature, so we just can't block it. Looks like we'll have to go on the offensive. To do that... To do that, what do we do? Okay. I have decided the most aggressive thing we can do here is play Frilled Oculus, evolve Shambleshark, and attack in with these two guys. I do want to leave Croconura back to stop them from attacking with Syndic and Foundry Street Denizen, but then we'll pump this, so we're doing 7 here. And we might be able to outrace this 5 damage Sky Knight Legionnaire. Probably not, but maybe. So what we're looking for... I don't know what we're looking for exactly. We don't have many answers to this. Drakewing Krasis would be a nice one. I just don't have any blockers there. Come on, Drakewing off the top. Well, this is interesting. It's kind of good. The elusive Krasis gives us another evolve trigger on Shambleshark. And we can kind of come in here again. I could attack with both frilled oculuses. Yeah, we'll have to try to win next turn anyway, so this is the most aggressive play here. And they could try to double up on Shamble Shark, but... Ooh, interesting. Yeah, well, we'll just try to get the most damage in possible. They're at 5. And they can attack for 7, likely? Oh. Well, that'll do it. We can't beat that. Yeah, so that was a tough one. One thing we could think about doing is bringing in Naturalize. Even though that's not that exciting. I do want to take out Keymaster Rogue. It hasn't really made an appearance yet, and with good cause. It's not very good. And Hindervines is one thing we could consider. Spell Rupture is still fine. And the rest of our stuff is good, especially Sapphire Drake. But yeah, Naturalize is something we could consider. I don't really like it, though. I'm not sure how many of that effect they'll have. Do we have any bounce for our opponent's things? Maybe not. Maybe we take out Leyline Phantom for Naturalize. This could really save us, especially if they're attacking with their 5/2 into a 2/4 Croconura and we kill the enchantment. Then we can block it and 2-for-1 them. We'd like to play first. Yeah, we'll definitely be on the play if we're allowed. But this hand is not good enough to keep. We'll have to mulligan and try to find something a little more aggressive. And this is. Yeah, Madcap Skills. Much better than the recent card they put out, Madcap Experiment. Oh, that card's the worst. So they're down to 5. No, they are down to 4. And I'll bottom this forest. It would be okay to try to get towards Sapphire Drake, but 3 mana should be fine for most other things we have in this deck. And if we keep drawing lands, that's okay too. I just don't want to encourage it too much. Oops, we need blue. The Goblin's a good card, but mostly because it can fill multiple roles, and right now it's just filling the role of a Goblin Piker, which is not the most impressive or exciting, so pretty happy about this. Now we have some options. What do we do here? We could play Simic Flux Mage and just hold back. I like the play the best. I don't want to attack in for 1 when they're attacking back for 2, and I do want to maximize the number of 1/1 counters we get into play. So Croconura will evolve the Flux Mage. And if they attack here, okay, they're not attacking. That's great for us. But let's do this. Let's play out this guy and attack with the Flux Mage. And the Oculus, why not? I think they're kind of limited on cards. And if they have a way to deal with Croconura, right, then we'll just have to deal with that when the time comes. Okay, so now we have Experiment 1. I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to put Madcap Skills on Assault Griffin, and we're gonna cry. Okay, but the main thing we can do here is get in an attack. And I want to certainly leave 2 mana up to put counters on Croconura to try to block the Assault Griffin if they don't have Madcap Skills. I also just want to attack with Frilled Oculus, because we also have good blockers for the Skinbrand Goblin already. Yeah, and no pumps, because we might as well get Experiment 1 into play. Alright. If we draw land, I feel really good about this game. Yeah, that's what I figured. Madcap skills on the Griffin. So they've already got us lower than we've gotten them. I'm going to move a counter here. Ooh, Drakewing Krasis. Well, that's great. That evolves a lot of stuff. And if they play a white creature, I mean, they're down to 0 cards, so they don't necessarily have it. But we get to evolve 3 things here. We don't have extra mana. So I don't think it's worth trying to get in 2 damage here. I just want to stabilize. I'm not going to attack. It's possible getting in 2 damage there was correct, but I don't love it. Oh, come on. Don't tell me they have something here. Well, shucks. I mean, they might have drawn something good, but we have to deal with this eventually. Oh, tell me you didn't draw some answer to this. Well, that's a good answer. So now we just need to draw 2 lands in a row. Well, there's one. 1 land to rule them all. Alright. And honestly, I still don't like attacking here. If they draw a couple white creatures, then they might just do too much damage, and we won't have enough time. I'm really banking on getting that 6th land and then stabilizing. So yeah, they'll just attack for 6. They're going to try to keep doing this. But we'll have a whole army of flyers if we can manage it. Ah, not quite. It's not quite the land we needed. So what's the play here? With 5 mana, we could move a counter to Oculus, pump it, and untap it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, let's just attack with the Oculus. That should be plenty of blockers for 2 creatures, especially with the burst. And it gets some damage in. I mean, this attack is pretty safe. Actually, I'm tempted to also attack with the Snapjaw here. But they could team up on the Snapjaw and kill it, so I'm not going to worry about that. They only know about the Flux Mage, but oh, I should have pumped it. Whatever, it's fine. We're not going to win the game by attacking with Frilled Oculuses. We are going to win the game by getting to 1 more mana. Come on, no pumps. They're at 2 cards in hand. They might deploy another creature. That should be okay as long as we get 1 mana. Can we do it? Yes, we did it. All right. Staying alive. And this evolves all of the things that we might want to evolve. So the main thing we don't want to see here is a removal spell for the Drake, because if that dies, we lose all flying. Do they have the perfect draw? That's the question. No, Syndic of Tides. That is scary, though. And that's a reason why we should have been trying to get in more damage, because every spell now is going to do 1 damage to us. Unless we have the win here. Let's say they block with Assault Griffin. That's 14. No, they can't win it here. I think we have it. I think we might have this. Getting my hopes up here. Let's see, what game is it? This is game 2, so we need to win this to even have a 3rd game. Tapping Experiment 1. Fair enough. Oh! No, that might do it. They might kill us here. because we have to double block the Assault Griffin if they attack with it. So they just attack with everything. Fortunately, we can double block with it in a way that we only lose one creature. And if we don't lose Sapphire Drake in the exchange, then we'll be able to attack for plenty. Because they won't have the Assault Griffin as a blocker. So this is scary. It all depends on what card they have in their hand, because if they don't have anything in their hand, they lose. Okay, well, here it is. This is the end. First thing we might do is play Elusive Krasis. But that's only one counter for the Snapjaw. They're going to block the Snapjaw. They take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's not enough to win. We'll hold up Burst of Strength and Frilled Oculus. And if they have like an arrow shot for the Sapphire Drake, we can Burst of Strength it so it doesn't die immediately. All right, we have to go for it. So, come on, game 3? Or do they have an answer? This attack by itself, yeah, is a win if they don't have anything, so that's enough. Close game, that's about as close as it gets. And we do have to be more careful about getting as much damage in as possible, because it can easily come down to a race like that. We still have Naturalize, and that's the real way they're gonna be able to kill us. So another option is this Scatter Arc, counter target non-creature spell. It counters the enchantment. It does a few things, but it's really like, do we want that or Hindervines? And I think I like Hindervines better. Otherwise, we're taking out a creature, and I don't want to do that. All our creatures are great. Spire Tracer might be the worst creature we have. In fact, I could see cutting that for Scatter Arc, especially on the draw. Too late now, but it's still kind of worth thinking about. Well, good hand. This hand lets us survive. I want to save Disciple of the Old Ways to evolve Croconura, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Because the Frilled Oculi certainly don't do that very well. I will block this Daring Skyjack. These are kind of the premier common 2-drops for Boros. And, oh, come on. It's so early. It's too early for this nonsense. Tell you what, why don't we play Croconura and try to block this thing? They can just wait till it gets flying, annoyingly. I hope this dissuades the attack, but even better than that would be if they do attack and trade. I can't see that happening, but I have to go for it. Really? Yes. Thank goodness. Well, that's not a good sign. I wonder how many Madcap skills they have. Well, whatever. Let's play Disciple. We have no more Croconura to help it out, but if we draw land, we can play double Frilled Oculus. No, not another one. This is the worst. Even if we kill Madcap skills, if we find our Naturalize, we're still taking a bunch of damage in the air. So it's not even that good. Fathom Mage is a thought here, because at least it'll let us draw some cards, potentially. So next turn we can play Oculus, hopefully find a land, and we'll have Hindervines up. But in the meanwhile, we're down to 6 or we're down to 2 or 1 if they can find a spell for Syndic of Tithes. Just play the 3rd Madcap Skills on Assault Griffin. They've had it whenever they've needed it. So I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, it's going on the Syndic. That's not an auto win here. If I were them, I would just have played it on the Assault Griffin, because then they definitely win. But who knows, maybe they'll prevent one of our guys from blocking and it'll be just the same. This is called showboating. They definitely had the win, and they might have trample or something that makes this work out. Shielded Passage. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, they still had it. That's kind of funny. So, wow, quite a strong Boros deck, and it didn't even rely on rares. It was just solid cards all around, and a lot of Madcap skills. So this card is very strong. Thanks for watching. This finals between Simic and Boros. I'll see you next time for the full block draft, which is Dragon's Maze, Gatecrash, and Return to Ravnica, and that was my favorite format. So good luck in your drafts.